Hello everyone, today I'm going to be discussing the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ is a market cap weighted index, similar to the S&P 500 because that's also a market cap weighted index. But the NASDAQ has about 3,600 stocks currently listed on it. And these stocks are listed on the NASDAQ Stock Exchange. So that being said, the NASDAQ can refer to either the stock exchange NASDAQ or the index NASDAQ. And the index is called the NASDAQ Composite. So the S&P 500 and like the Dow Jones Industrial Average, those are both only indexes, but the NASDAQ can refer to either the index or its own stock exchange. So that's the difference there. And the NASDAQ was launched in 1971. Back then it was called the National Association of Securities Dealers Automated Quotations. That organization has been disbanded since, so it's no longer called that, but the acronym NASDAQ still stuck, so everyone calls it just the NASDAQ to this day. And within the NASDAQ index, it tracks mostly tech stocks. So this is going to be your Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, which is now called Meta, but mostly it's going to be tech stocks within this index. However, there are a couple other sectors that are within the NASDAQ, such as consumer discretionary and healthcare. Those are the two other larger ones, but by far the largest sector within the NASDAQ is the technology sector. And then there are a few listing criteria if a company does want to get within the NASDAQ. One of them being minimum of $4 share price, another 1.25 million shares outstanding. Then one more I have listed is 2.2K total shareholders. So if a company has met these criteria, they could essentially get on the NASDAQ. And then if a company is on the NASDAQ and they fall below one of these criteria, say they have only 1.1 million shares outstanding instead of that 1.25, they won't necessarily get delisted if their other metrics are good. So if they have like a high share price and a higher total shareholders, then they could still be listed on the NASDAQ with a lower amount of shares outstanding. It's kind of on a case-by-case basis if a company gets delisted. But these are the general criteria to either get on the exchange or to stay listed on the exchange. So yeah, basically just to wrap up, the main difference between the NASDAQ and like the S&P 500 or Dow Jones is the NASDAQ serves as both an index and a stock exchange, whereas the others that I just mentioned are solely indices. Anyways, thanks for watching.